The Brothers Greenhouses is a great place to find houseplants. Stop by frequently. My favorite houseplant is Maranta, commonly known as prayer plant. Thank you so much, Elise Watness-Maupin, for the beautiful watercolor illustration of Maranta. Don't be afraid of growing houseplants. There are only a few things your houseplant needs to grow happily. Choose a container with good drainage. Soil will depend on your choice of plant. You'll find lots of potting soils for African violets and for succulents and all kinds of houseplants. A good nursery person will help you choose the right planting medium for your houseplant. Watering will depend on the type of plant. Some require more frequent watering than others. One key to success is the correct light exposure. Not too close to a window, though, where it can be too hot or too cold, and a few plants really like lower light. Plants need food, just like us, but for them it's fertilizer. Do this in spring and summer months. There are many all-purpose fertilizers to use. Some are liquid, some are powdered. Here are just a few easy-to-grow houseplants. But always remember, if you fail, they'll make great compost. Most people have great success growing prayer plants. They're from a huge family called Marentaceae. Their leaves fold up at night, and it's because there's a part on the stem called a pulvinus. Think of our muscles. It folds up the leaves in the evening and opens them again in the daytime. You will find lots of plants like this in this family. Succulents have thick leaves to help the plant survive on low watering conditions. They don't need to be watered very often, maybe only once a week. However, the plants that you see called holiday cactus, they are treated more like an African violet, but see, their leaves are fleshy also. And here's another example of succulents. Third on this list of easy-to-grow houseplants is cyclamen. They actually are kind of a plant that you'll find in the springtime and during the holidays. They're considered an annual as far as houseplants go. They have a corm that they grow from. Think of a tennis ball cut in half, and you'll find all kinds of colors of leaves and flowers. But there is also a cyclamen that grows out in the garden. So don't be confused. You might see all of these types. This one is outside in the garden, and it has little curly-Q stems that you'll find. Now, you can plant these outside, and sometimes they'll come back and sometimes they won't. These are just 3 of the great types of houseplants you can find for choices. You might have a good friend who grows houseplants. Pick their brain for tips. Remember, a houseplant was once a plant growing happily out in the wild. We humans have domesticated them, so to speak. And just like us and some of our outdoor plants, they have a certain lifespan. They won't live forever. Some websites make growing a houseplant seem very meticulously difficult. Don't worry. Try your luck with an easy-to-grow houseplant, and if you fail, they really do make great compost. My favorite book on growing houseplants is Houseplant Expert by Dr. D.G. Hessian. And ourhouseplants.com is a great website for good information on how to grow houseplants.